Culture Masquerade.
Does mother know you wear it for drapes?
All your pop culture needs. And we're your hosts, Eamon Munga and Brett Page.
Hello and welcome back to the Pcmr podcast, where I can't be positive, Brett. I can't be positive. This is being released on a Friday, but this is being recorded on a Wednesday. And if you haven't drunk yourself into an amnesiac state yet,
you're not in a weird stupor. It's been lasting 3 days now.
Donald Trump has just been elected President of the United States of America.
A sentence I never thought I'd hear or say.
So 2014, he announces, and it's like, that's ridiculous. He is never going to get it. He's not even going to...
That's so stupid.
He's not going to even get the nomination. That's ridiculous. Jump forward a bit. Jeb Bush drops out. He was the favorite. He did terribly. All these other candidates drop out. One by one, Donald Trump is
the only one left.
Nominee. He's the nominee for the Republican Party. We're thinking, okay, well, that's weird, but that's a problem with the Republican Party. You know, they're imploding on themselves. They're never going to make it.
They're pretty stupid. They put in George W. Bush.
They're not going to make it, to the presidency. Cut to now. Hillary Clinton, who for all one of the most qualified people to ever run for the office, somehow through, I don't know, being a woman or being fucked over by the establishment or being just fucked over by herself, really, has lost to Donald Trump, a man who was significant in the birther movement against Obama, who was out there saying, where's Obama's birth certificate? Obama has to give up his office to the crazy-ass motherfucker who was out there asking to see his birth certificate. What the fuck is going on? I know I just peeked this. What? What?
Yeah,
what is going on?
The whole world's gone mad. That's what's going on. So here's what's the saddest part for me. I'm not angry, not anything. I'm sad. I'm sad because of one main reason. The other night when you were here for PAX, me and you together watched the Before the Flood documentary on the National Geographic YouTube channel, all about climate change and how much it is fucking up the Earth right now and will continue to if nothing is done. And it is well known that Donald Trump believed that climate change is a Chinese hoax. And he said the first thing he will do when he's in office is rip up the Paris Agreement. Surely he can't. Wait, surely he can't, right?
I don't like this. Worse than that. It's not just that Donald Trump is the president. He has a Republican Senate. He has a Republican House of Representatives. There is Obama and the Democrats had a lot of opposition because the Republicans controlled the House.
Yeah.
So it was very hard for them to get things done because they were always getting a lot of pushback. Trump doesn't have that. He has the Republicans on his side in both the House and the Senate. Anything that he wants to push through, he could pretty much do as long as he, stays within the Republican brand and stays on base with them. Any kind of crazy conservative thing he wants to do, he could do.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Senate will mainly stop him doing anything too insane. Like the wall, it's still not going to happen. His wall isn't going to happen.
It's going to happen in some form or capacity. It's not going to be
it won't be. He won't.
This $25 billion thing that he's planning, but it's been such an integral part of his campaign that something's going to happen with border security.
There'll definitely be something with border security, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just depends on how he goes about it.
It's just this whole thing is just feels like such a big loss, and it's divided so many people.
And just the world's going to end up worse for it. Because America is one of the biggest polluters Like as I said, I'm still just my heart is breaking for like the Earth, the future of the Earth with this climate change business now, especially with
And
him.
it's
in
not
it.
just the Earth, the economy. Like
Oh
the,
yeah, the economy.
the Mexican peso dropped rapidly. There was just drops all over the stock exchange today. Like I don't usually care about that, but like this is like what was happening with Brexit, but more.
Yeah, well, it could affect us as well because
It,
we get a lot.
Australian dollar has dropped
Yeah.
as well. Like
Yeah, our dollar.
anyone who's thinking of traveling right now, it's not a good time.
Yeah, not a good time, and
No.
and it's also like fucking because we import and export to the US a fair bit,
Mm.
and
And he is like really like against like free trade deals. He's gonna like, and he's really against putting like he wants to put trade. I can't remember what it was like. He wants to put trade taxes on
40%,
on China.
40%.
That's
Not gonna fucking fly.
no, and we do a lot of dealings with China. That's where we export a lot of our raw materials. So that maintaining that balance of relationship between the US and China, if like he wants to go for a trade war with China, you thought 2016 was bad. Boy,
Yeah,
have I got 4 years for you.
yeah.
Whew.
Ugh.
No, I want to talk about PAX, and I want to get to that. I want to get to the positive stuff because I had a great weekend.
Yeah. See, we're going to
a
talk
great
about this for a
time.
little bit, get it out of our systems, then we're going to regale you with our joyous memories.
Like it's.
But we need to get this out of our system.
I know we're not a political podcast. Well, we sometimes like throw our
Yeah,
opinions.
we
out there.
sometimes dabble in some more serious things. Like, we like to do that, just dabble in some serious stuff when
And if
it's
that's not what
needed.
you're here for, you want to hear us just talk about video games or comic
Skip
books.
forward
Like
a little.
skip forward a little bit. We'll get there. We'll get to the positivity stuff, and we'll try to stay positive. But it's just it just feels like such a loss. Like the amount of like fear and sadness I'm seeing on like social media right now is not something that we've really ever seen.
And it's not
I feel like
something you should be seeing after
No.
a presidential election. You should not have to fear a candidate. You can not like them, you can not like what they stand for, but to fear them is a totally other level.
this is it's unprecedented because every poll, every like media pundit, every journalist was saying that a Trump win was an impossibility. Like for 2 years now, they've been saying he's not going to be president. He's not going to be the president. He's not going to be the president. This, this means more than just like, oh, they were wrong. That means that all of these media conglomerates, all of these political, analysts are completely out of touch with what the American public actually want.
Yeah, well, it happened totally
And
the
that's
same with our
terrifying.
election here in Australia.
Mm.
Liberals were not meant to win. Coming
No.
up to it, Labor was so far ahead in the polls and stuff. I just think it's now in this day and age, it's just impossible to tell by polls now.
No, polls don't mean anything. Polls
mean-
are bullshit.
Yeah, polls mean jack shit in this day and age. Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe like 20 years ago, when the internet wasn't as much of a thing, the polls maybe mattered more because that's how you saw like how it was going, how people's reactions were to everything. But now with the internet, people are putting their opinions on their social media. They're not going to take a damn poll.
This has just been unprecedented to me, and I feel like I want to make a few recommendations for podcast episodes that people should listen to. I know we do usually do recommendations at the end, but this is just for this little kind of political section. Cracked just recently did 2 really good podcasts. One was about Trump Country with David Wong. He wrote John Dies at the End, that book, and this book is filled with spiders. He does a lot of articles for Cracked, and he was talking about how he's from Trump Country, like that area where all those like his main voting base was, and he was
The
talking
Midwest,
about,
basically.
he was talking about why there's this disconnect between rural and country voters, and then there's another one which is about what a second civil war could possibly look like. So the second one's a lot more speculative, but the first one's really like informative. If you're trying to understand, like me, how the fuck this happened, who are these people that voted for him, it helps a lot to try and get into that mindset of, okay, I could sort of see why. See, I recommend those two, and yeah, just stay safe out there. Don't stay safe.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, see, freaking the best things that Obama did when he was in office, Trump is almost going to get rid of them straight away. Like when he introduced the stricter laws for buying guns, he's going to get rid of them.
Getting
like
all of those.
Like as a positive,
he
he is going to say a complete ban for buying guns for anyone on the terrorist watch list, which is yes, obviously that's a good thing he'll be bringing in. But getting rid of the other laws Obama brought in is. Oh, that's so stupid. And getting rid of the Paris Agreement, which Obama signed, stupid. Freaking.
Getting rid of Obamacare.
See, the thing with Obamacare is it was a good idea, but not well executed. I mean, if he was going to get rid of Obamacare, then bring in a better healthcare system like Australia's or Canada's.
It's not so much that the healthcare system was flawed, it's that the American people are dumb. And, like, they needed, like, a bunch of young people to sign up and offset the cost so that, it would have all these young and healthy people signing up for healthcare so that they could offset the cost for people who are actually sick. But because they didn't do that, because I'm not sick, I'm not going to sign up for it. It really that's what raises the premiums up, and that's why it's been seen as a failure. It's because of this misinformation campaign, and because people were lazy and not pulling their weight and doing their shit.
Yeah.
So it's less a problem with the system and more misinformation surrounding the system and people's lack of motivation to participate in the system.
Yeah, true, but
if people participated in the system, it would probably work fine.
Oh yeah, it was definitely more
it's not perfect. It's not like,
yeah,
like what Canada or even the UK or what we've got is,
yeah,
way ahead of that, but it was a step in the right direction, and America is just shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah. And see, it makes me think how lucky we are to be Australians. I mean, yeah, Malcolm Turnbull's kind of a dickhead, and
he is an elitist capitalist dog.
Yeah, he's kind of a dickhead, but we have healthcare in Australia. Free healthcare, and by the look of it, by this point, Malcolm Turnbull knows not to fucking touch our healthcare. We now have we now have medicinal marijuana legal in the whole country. That's something that happened only a few days ago that just got outshone.
Did that happen?
Yeah, it just got totally outshone by the whole US election. Medical marijuana now legal in all states.
I feel like it's not recreational though.
No, not recreational, but medicinal.
Okay.
Which is a big step. I mean, we still don't have same-sex marriage, but we finally got rid of that stupid plebiscite.
We shut down the plebiscite. That was good.
And we have our gun laws, which everyone on every side of our country is extremely proud of. I think there's hardly any Australians who will argue that they're not proud of our gun laws.
There are a few. I have one or two on my Facebook that.
Well, they're the minority. They're the minority. Yeah. But both major parties, Labor and Liberal, both completely agree that they're never going to touch those gun laws. So it is. You got to think sometimes that we're pretty lucky to be living in Australia. We're not perfect, but I think now we're kind of doing better than America.
Little bit.
Just
a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some positivity. If you
have 15 minutes ranting.
If you've skipped ahead, welcome to the PCMR podcast, where we talk about movies, video games, TV shows, comic books. This week we're talking all about our experience at PAX AUS. We went Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to all 3 days. Last year we only did 1 day.
Yeah, it was tiring, but I'd say it was worth it.
It was worth it. My step count. Whew.
Oh yeah.
On the Monday after it, as I was walking around the city, I got 18,270 steps.
Wow, so you did more on the day after PAX than
I did more on the day after. Yeah.
Wow.
But during PAX, I did about 12,000 steps a day.
Yeah. Well, you have me to thank for that day after, because I was one of get out of my house. I got to go to work.
It was all right. Oh,
Move, a piece of trash.
I'll mention something that I did on the Monday that relates to what I did during the PAX, but I'll bring it up when we get to it.
Ooh, okay.
We went down on the Friday and we filmed a lot of stuff. If you're listening to this, you can go check out. I think our vlog day 1 should be up by now. It's up on our
definitely up
YouTube
now.
channel.
Day 2 might even be up because it only took me a few hours to edit the first one. So
Oh, nice.
maybe if I get motivated tomorrow, we'll have day 2 up.
Maybe save that for Wednesday so we can.
Maybe.
We'll upload them on Wednesday.
Oh.
We'll save a schedule. Yeah.
Oh, true. And I guess that gives you more time with your video.
Yes.
It's okay. You have other things to do, and plus your computer takes a weirdly long time to import things. Not the point.
Hey man, it's old.
Yeah.
It's real old.
Yeah. Oh, it's so weird because I just keep remembering you saying, 2 hours to import, and I was just literally just dragging them in from the browser. I'm like,
It wasn't that it's taking 2 hours to import. It's rendering. Anyway,
anyway,
that's
Tech
other
speak.
stuff. So
We're
yeah,
nerds.
PAX. Wow, so much was going on.
It was-
I don't think we even saw everything because there was lines
There were lines.
for so many things. Even when we tried to get there early, just
Yeah.
lines
See, here's,
everywhere.
I want to mention 2 things I really wanted to do that we didn't get to, purely because both of us just didn't have the energy to wait in like an hour and a half long line for it.
No, fuck that.
I wanted to try out the demo for For Honor, which looks fun, and Horizon Zero Dawn, which looks amazing. They had demos both of those games, but the lines were constantly like an hour and a half to 2 hours.
We did
long.
get to see like a playthrough where someone was playing it on a 4K TV and like comparing like 4K.
Oh yeah, we got to see a bit of Horizon Zero Dawn, which it isn't
4K
something.
HDR compared to 1080p, and it looks better.
Yeah, you can tell the difference, but it's not essential.
No, like it didn't.
The guy himself
Make the
even said
gameplay
it still
seem any
looks
more fun.
great in 1080p, but
Yeah, it does, but you can see like slightly better textures in 4K.
yeah,
But if you're moving fast through the game, you're not gonna really care
Yeah.
or notice.
but no, I'm really looking forward to Horizon Zero Dawn. There, like the bit of the playthrough they did there, it's something that hasn't been seen before. It wasn't in any of the trailers, so it was a whole new viewing experience. And just the game.
I think it
looks
only
so
fucked up once, and that was like a quick bug. But I think it's still in like a beta stage at the moment.
Yeah,
When's it coming out next year?
March.
March. Yeah, so it's early on, and for the fuck up didn't like crash the game. It was just like
Yeah,
the
this kind of
character
glitched
fell
for
through a
second.
texture. Yeah, and then she jumped out of it, and it's like, oh, okay, well, ooh,
Yeah,
still going.
yeah. What we did get to do though, probably one of the coolest things we did, played a demo of South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
Yes, we did get to play a little bit of this. And if you liked Stick of Truth, it's pretty much that, but instead of like all the fantasy and medieval references, it's superhero stuff.
Yeah,
Which for us,
yeah, that's our thing.
that's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was, it was pretty much gameplay was pretty standard turn-based combat type thing, but it was South Park humor. That's what we want. The jokes,
And it looks
shit.
like exactly like the show. I think that's one of like the best translations of like a show to a video game, or like from one media to a different kind of media. I think also because like South Park has this sort of unique and kind of simple style that it translates.
like the really like 2D paper cutout style.
Yeah, it translates really easily to like a video game kind of side scroller adventure kind of thing.
Yeah, and like we got to play it for about 15 minutes. They gave us some posters. That was nice.
Yeah, we were only allowed to play as a speedster
Yeah.
because the other characters would crash the game.
Yeah.
But that was nice.
What were the other ones? I remember
liked-
there was like you could be like a telepath. You could be a
Yeah, it was a telepath. It could be a strength-based character like the Hulk or Captain America.
yeah. I think there was one.
Yeah, they had like little descriptions were like, oh, a speedster like the Flash or Quicksilver. A strength-based character like Hulk or Captain America.
I think there was one like Cyclops where you could shoot lasers. Yeah, I'd like that. I like lasers.
No, it was good. I would have liked a bit more time with it, but the jokes that were there, I did laugh at.
Yeah,
so
what we
I would
did,
definitely.
It was pretty good, and we didn't have to wait too long. We were waiting for about half an hour for that, I'd say.
No, No, I think that one was a pretty decent line.
Yeah, half an hour is what I'm willing to wait. We waited about
Yeah, like
half an hour. And it was
anything
good.
longer than that, I would have been like, nah, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
Game comes out in like what, a year? That's fine.
Yeah.
Like
Well-
I'm waiting till 2018 for Black Panther. I can wait like 6 months to play South Park.
And one funny thing, I don't know if you noticed it, but I had Watch Dogs 2 there to play the demo of. Now, not only is it out in like mere weeks, I feel
Yeah,
like
like a
no
week.
one really cared that it was there. Because I
don't
never
remember seeing anyone.
I never
line up
saw a
for it.
lineup for it. No one
No.
cared.
I don't think anyone cared. No. I don't even know if the game's gonna be good or bad yet. Like I don't think. Is there a review embargo? Has like reviews come out for it?
I'm
yet?
not sure, but it's like I still don't understand how they even got a second one greenlit. Because everyone thought the first one was kinda shit.
I feel like this one looks different enough that it could be good, but it's the problem with these like sandbox games is when it's not done by Rockstar, it's like, oh, this is the not GTA one.
Yeah.
And-
Sandboxes.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of sandboxes, but
I like a sandbox, like Skyrim and GTA. I feel like an RPG kind of sandbox thing. Really,
Oh yeah, if it's like a really big sandbox, but you know,
because I'm a value for money guy. I don't like spending money. So if I can, like, oh, I can pay $60 and spend 800 hours in something, cool. That's an investment for me.
yeah. See, I liked Grand Theft Auto 5, but for me, kind of when the story ended, there was nothing really else for me. I know a lot of people had fun just going around killing people, doing all the mini games, whatever. I don't know. Grand Theft Auto 5 after the main story, that was it for me.
I enjoyed the online. Like the online was pretty good.
And I was kind of the same with Shadow of Mordor. I mean, I know it was a huge sandbox type thing, but once I was done the story, I didn't really want to play it anymore. There was nothing else for me after the story.
That's fair.
But
that's fair enough.
Very different with Fallout 4, though. There is always more in Fallout 4.
Still going.
Still going.
Still going.
I think I'm up to at least like a week of playtime.
Damn, son.
I just keep going back to it, and I still haven't even got
Does it have like hours, or does it just like say days, or?
Oh no, it transfers as it goes. So once you've gone over 24 hours, it'll go 1 day and so many hours, and so over a week it'll go 1 week, 1 day, and so many hours.
Yeah, like because Skyrim is all like in hours, and it's the number just it's ridiculously big.
Yeah, and a lot of games,
especially considering that's like the second. Because like I had a file like a crash, so I had to like replay a bunch of games to get my files back. So
see,
on the other one, I would have had like 500 hours on one character, and now I have like 400 and 200 on two different characters.
In Fallout, I kind of had to go back 2 hours at one point.
Yeah,
because I realized that I discovered a very rare and hard to get bug that was like a game crashing game over bug.
Oh, wow.
See, what I did is because I decided that I was going to go to the end with the railroad.
Oh, yeah.
So before I did the mission...
Choo-choo.
Yeah. So before I did the mission that made...
I choo-choo-choose you, railroad.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
So before I did the mission that made me an enemy with the Brotherhood of Steel, I decided I'd go into the Brotherhood of Steel base and just kill all of them and take all their shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, continuing on the story, about 2 hours later, my mission is I'd just gotten some secret intel that the Brotherhood of Steel were coming to attack the railroad, and I had to go warn the railroad's leader. So because I'd already killed them all, when I go to try and warn the railroad's leader the Brotherhood are coming to attack them, it just does not trigger the scene. Does not trigger it.
Oh, wow.
So, and I looked it up, and it was like, because it's such a specific bug to get, such a specific set of actions. But so I had to go back about 2 hours and not kill all the Brotherhood of Steel. It was annoying. God damn it, Bethesda.
What else did we do day
So
one?
speaking of Fallout, we went to
Oh, yeah.
we went to a panel which is
Yes, we did go to a panel. It was Fight of Fandoms, I think is what it was called.
The Witcher 3 versus Fallout 4.
Yeah, put on by Geek Bomb, where we saw our bae Maud Garrett.
Yes, and it was pretty fun. And Fallout
pretty
1.
fun.
Fallout 1.
Yeah, we won.
Yeah, not that Aiden cared much because he hasn't played either.
No, well, hey, I got a book and I got a cup that lights up.
We got a freebie because we went up to go to the microphone to make a point, but we didn't get.
I got another mask.
Oh yeah, you got another mask, Vault Boy mask.
There we go.
Yeah, no,
I've got 2 Vault Boy masks.
And
now.
I actually looked it up, and those History of Fallout books we got are actually $40.
Oh wow.
Yeah, is it? And the
neat.
cup, the Nuka-Cola Quantum cups that light up, they're at least probably $10 each as well.
Oh neat.
So we got about $50 worth of shit
for free. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm pretty happy with that.
Freebies.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, that panel was fun, and before that, we also went to another panel, which was Food Fight.
Food Fight. Yeah, Brett. What did you do at Food Fight? I can't quite remember. Why don't you remind me?
I licked Nick Boy from Good Game's hands.
Yes, you did. You licked his salsery hands.
Yeah, that. Do we have
was
to elaborate?
something.
Can we just leave it at that?
No, let's leave it at that. There's no context for that.
Yeah, just the mystery.
You licked a presenter from the ABC. You licked his hands.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Not for real though. It was a panel, and they had like Nick Boy from Good Game, Maud Garrett again, Alana Pierce from IGN, and Yoni from
Tripod. Yeah.
And basically all of them just had to cook a dish each. They gave them the brief that it had to be something that was like a memory from a video game. But I feel like Yoni's the only... Not Yoni, Alana's the only one who went with that. The rest of them were kind of like, this is the only thing I know how to cook.
Even some of them even less than that. It's like, did I say I know how to cook it? I meant I eat this a lot, so I'm making it.
yeah. Nick Boy has made people from the audience come up
chicken
and make
burrito. Do you know how to make a chicken burrito?
No.
No. I wanted to eat one, so I thought I'd get people from the audience to come and make me a chicken burrito.
Yeah. And like she made mac and cheese, and she went on some little rant about how it was relevant, but I don't remember. I don't think it was.
There's something to like she went to America and like they served mac and cheese, so it was like a side dish for everything. So she went around and tried to find the best mac and cheese. Turned out it was the first place she went, so she's like, all right. I don't know how that related to video games, but
it didn't. But
no, fair.
But I tried some of that mac and cheese. She glared at me for it. The guy next to us who dipped Alana's sandwich in it.
Yeah, she made a sandwich that was from what was that? What was that video game?
Persona 5, wasn't it?
No, I don't think it was Persona. It was like, we'll look it up and you can add it in post.
I don't try to remember.
I can't think of what it was, but it was some crazy Japanese game where it's like insane, and we were watching it going like, I have no idea what the fuck's going on. But the sandwich was turkey, strawberry jam,
and cereal,
and cereal in a sandwich. One of the characters in the video game call it a sinner's sandwich, punishing himself
because
for past
only a
sins.
man who hated himself would punish himself with that.
That's a crazy ass video game.
Yeah. I'm actually
crazy ass
looking
sandwich.
it up right now. What's it from?
And apparently some people liked it. Like most people thought it was terrible, but some people like it's not that bad.
Deadly Premonition.
Deadly Premonition.
No,
There
I
we
think
go.
the ones who were saying it's not bad were kind of lying.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm a fan. It was good. Just like how I tried some of Maud's mac and cheese and it tasted like shit. But I was like, it's great,
It's
Maud.
fine. Yeah,
I'm a
you
fan,
did
so it's
good.
great.
Oh, but we met like a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of C-list celebrities.
Yeah, a lot of, well, I met like a lot of podcast people that I like.
Yeah.
So we bumped into Jordan from Axis of Awesome a couple of times.
Yep, she was lovely.
Lovely. And they did a great performance. They didn't have they only had 2 of them there, but it was who was the one that wasn't there?
Lee? Is his
yeah,
name?
Lee
I
wasn't
think.
there, and I think it kind of worked better without him there.
Yeah, like it feels
I would
bad.
have liked to see him there, but the jokes that they were making at his expense
Were
kind
real
of
funny. But I feel like
real good.
I feel like it only worked as like a one-off thing.
Yeah, no, it couldn't work as like, hey, we've got rid of him, but like if as like a one-off thing is like, hey, he isn't here, let's talk shit about him. It's like that's great. All right, cool.
Yeah, it worked like that.
Mm.
And it felt real bad saying it was better without him. But
And even they were making jokes about it. Like we bumped into Benny like before another podcast thing we were going to, and he was like, "Yeah, how was it?" And I was like, "Oh, it was actually kind of better without it." But it's like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to have a talk when we get back."
yeah, he was lovely as well. It was nice to meet him. I
Lovely.
felt a bit bad.
Real
'cause
short
he was,
guy,
He was
but
having,
lovely,
He was having
yeah.
a conversation as we met him. It was like, oh. But we kind of just stood back and he finished his conversation. Once he was done there, he kind of turned to us and was like, oh, hey, guys. I'm like, okay, sorry for interrupting you.
And I feel like, we was slightly relevant where they were kind of talking about, oh, how your performance, and I was like, oh, we went to it. It's like, oh, what'd you think? It's like, it was great. So,
yeah, he included
Yeah.
us in his conversation.
mm.
We also met
Lawrence Long was there as well. I forgot, like, I was going to get a picture with him, but then I got distracted by Benny, and it's like, oh, this other person. Okay.
Yeah. We also met Mark Bananas from Auntie Donna, which I
Yeah,
know
Mark
you're at least
Banana.
a big fan of. Them.
Big old fan
Yeah.
of Auntie Donna. Saw them live in April. So good.
Yeah.
So bloody
And,
good.
like, we were saying this like just after we met him, and it's like it's so weird meeting like a comedian with his style of comedy when
Yeah,
they're
'cause he's-
not like on stage in character, because he was just a nice normal dude, and we had a nice conversation.
We had
with
a
him.
nice conversation about, oh yeah, you were at PAX last year? Yeah, I only went one day. So did we. Oh, we just had like a nice kind of normal
normal
gaming
conversation. And this
conversation.
Like he sounded like he was a gamer. He sounded like he wasn't just there because they hired
He
him to
is-
be there.
All of the guys in Auntie Donna, when we met them after the show in April, super nice. So they're super nice boys, and
Yeah, no.
their style of comedy is very absurdist,
Extravagant.
Yeah, lots of jokes about cum. if that intrigues you, look them up.
But yeah, no, they're very, very funny guys, and he was just he was lovely, and like I think most of the people we met, you got pictures with them, and I didn't, because I honestly don't care that much about getting pictures with people unless they're like people I really like. Like I got a picture with Maud, but the others, while I did like them, I just like I'll just let Aiden get a picture.
Yeah. Oh, also speaking of people I bumped into on podcasts, bumped into Tommy Dasilo from Filthy Casuals and the Little Dum Dum Club. He was doing some reporting thing for Triple J,
Oh,
which
yeah.
I looked up. I didn't make it onto it, so fuck you, Tommy Dasilo. How dare you cut me? It might have been because I was swearing, but I still.
It was probably Triple J that cut you, not him.
It was probably Triple J. Bloody Triple J again. I
and, like,
applied
he
for a
did-
job there. They cut me down.
Oh.
I get an interview. They cut me out. Triple J. Whoa.
Should we talk some dirt about them? Should we? Because he told
No,
us.
let's not.
He told us a little thing that's kind of little dirt.
No, they mentioned it in the thing. I was listening to it, so it wasn't really dirt.
Oh
so.
yeah. Well, we'll say it anyway then, because apparently Triple J told him that just try and be like really mean to them, like really cut everyone you meet down.
Just
And he was
roast
like,
people, and it was
he's
like,
I can't do that.
which I can see why they would want him to do that, because
It could be funny.
if you listen to Dum Dum Club, it's just a lot of roasting people. And when he got there, it was like, no, he's a nice guy. He was real nice. And speaking of him, when I was mentioning earlier what I did on Monday, I bumped into the other host from Little Dum Dum Club, Carl Chandler. As I was wandering around Melbourne, he was putting up comedy posters. I walked past and I was like, is that the King of Thailand? And he's like, what? Who said that? I'm like,
You literally
I listened
said
to your
that.
podcast, mate. And he's like, yeah, oh, hello. Yeah, so no, he was real nice. Well, I didn't get a picture of him because he was busy, and I was like, I've got all these bags, and I don't want to annoy you. But I thought I'd say like, hey, I listened to your podcasts. It's pretty good. Good luck with the rest of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
and he was
nice.
nice as well. It's like, oh, good luck with your travels, because I had all my bags with me. So it's like, oh, cheers, mate. So yeah, Dum Dum
Lovely.
Club hosts, Carl and Tommy Dassler,
What, do we meet any?
top blokes.
Do we meet any other C-list celebrities? I feel like we did. Who are we missing?
We bumped into. I don't know who else we bumped into.
Yeah,
like I feel like that's
I feel like
about
that
it.
might be all. Yeah.
Mm.
That's a fair, decent amount of people.
No, it was pretty good.
Like,
Like,
we actually met Maud
I was
twice.
looking
Did we
for
say
Demi. We met Maud twice. Met Jordan a couple of times.
that? Oh, really? I thought we only met Jordan once. I remember
Oh,
I remember
we
she
met
walked
her-
past us another time.
walked past us, and then another time I asked her where the Mark Bananas podcast was going to be, and she was like, "Oh, it's going to be there." I'm like,
and she
Cheers,
gave
mate.
us the wrong building. She
"Hmm,
said it was the
wow."
Galah Theatre, but was the Wombat Theatre.
Oh well, she got us in a direction.
Yeah. Nah, well, we found out eventually, so she tried. She tried.
She tried. I thought she was helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was real cool meeting all those people. Like, it's real weird meeting them when they're, like, not in character or not, on their on-camera persona. Like,
it's a weird thing to try and remember to, like,
and it's like,
when people are trying to make you laugh. It's not really them. It's this
at the same
idea of
time,
them.
sometimes
Yeah.
it is. Because I feel like both times we met Maud, because the first time we met her, she was just walking past and we were like, oh, hey, Maud, like your stuff. The other time it was after their panel. I feel like out of everyone we met, she was the one who seemed pretty much the same as she is on camera.
Yeah, but she's like a host. That's like her entire job is just to be that. So she probably just is
Yeah, so
that.
yeah,
At least
who
around
she-
other people. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like just when we met her, she was just pretty much the same as she is on camera. It was lovely.
Also,
She made
probably-
a joke. She joked at us. She kind of insulted us, but we went with it.
Hey, yeah, we said, oh, we've got a shitty YouTube channel, and she said, oh, so do I. So
Yeah, and
And
then when she realized we were pretty much wearing the exact same thing, and then she was like, oh, other than the hat, and when we're like, well, actually, Aiden has the same hat at home. And
just
she's
don't
like, are
even
you
bring
guys
it
like
up.
in love? And we're like, little bit.
a little bit. We're work married.
Yeah, we're both married. So yeah, no,
So yeah. Anyway, video games. That other thing.
yeah, it wasn't
were
all
there
just
for.
C-list celebrities.
No, I feel like I was there to meet, like, oh, where's all these people who do podcasts? I want to meet them. Oh, so that's what I was there for.
Yeah. No,
But,
it was really cool meeting all those people, though. So
It was good.
But also,
it was great.
It wasn't a podcasting convention; it was a video game convention. So
And we did do
we played some
a
games.
few fair video game things. We tried FIFA 2017,
was that
which
the FIFA one? Oh,
yeah,
I thought that was because isn't FIFA the international one? I thought the one we were playing was like just the England Premier League one.
I think
But
it
I
has
don't
like
know.
different sections. So like,
We
with-
played
there's,
a
like-
soccer game.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was FIFA. I remember seeing a sign saying
we
like,
played
FIFA
a soccer
17.
game, and well,
It was.
it
It
was
was.
fun. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I had fun playing it. I wouldn't
Once I
buy
like
it.
had figured out a bit more like how the controls worked, I was like, okay, this is.
I think I
fun.
won.
And the animations are real good.
Yeah, I think I won. Yeah, I won 1-0.
Mm.
That's how boring soccer is.
You won 1-0, like you won a kneel. Like,
1-0.
oh, here's your prize, a
A
kneel.
kneel.
Which Neil is it? Neil Armstrong. Great. Oh,
Oh,
good. That's a good
hoping
Neil
for
to
Neil
win.
Patrick Harris. No, 1-0. Nil.
1-0.
Me pronouncing things wrong because I don't English well.
Yes.
He says
You
on a
also
podcast.
you tried to go for 2 years in a row in a
Rocket League tournament.
a Rocket League tournament.
No, and I
not
sucked
go
real
as
bad.
planned.
I mean, like, I got through the second round, but my teammate totally carried me. Gladly, he wasn't a dick about it, though. Like, some people might be online if I played that badly with them. It was.
No, he was a real nice guy.
Yeah, he was a real nice guy. Like, I think you and me were joking about, oh yeah, gaming's romantic thing, and he turned to me like, does that mean we're on a date? I'm like, I looked at him like, does it? Wink. But he was a real nice guy, so shout out to that guy.
So Brett made a lot of friends. A lot of friends with benefits.
We made love
at Max.
afterwards.
As you do.
It was romantic.
We also tried some more VR. Got to try twice this year.
Twice.
Last year we only got to do one, and it was like real quick. And I feel like
It was quick because you died quick.
I died real quick. I didn't understand what was going on at all. But this year I feel like I got a better go at it.
Yeah. So
We tried a fighting game.
Yeah. It was literally like a boxing thing, and it was like we were literally versing each other, and like
Which was pretty good. Like, it was nice to be able to show you these hands in a virtual reality.
You fucking teabagged me. You fucking teabagged me. I
Hey, man,
saw your
get good.
avatar in the game teabagging my dead body.
Get good. just get good.
And so that was one of the ones we played, and it was a more indie one, so it was a little bit,
Also, I feel
don't think
it wasn't
I'd pay
really
to buy that game.
like you couldn't really use like real fighting tactics. I was kind of just double punching your face and your dick. Like that was.
See,
like,
that's where I went wrong, because like at first I was winning, but then when you figured out how to not break your wrists, you were winning.
Yeah, I was
I
holding
think
the
it was
controllers
because
the wrong way, and then I figured out, because they were like pointing out in like weird directions, so it looks like it was, like a stereotypical depiction of like a gay person fighting. Like, limp wrists, but once I figured out, turn it in, get that fist, get that Mike Tyson action going.
So my problem was
headshots
in the
and dick
second,
shots.
My problem was because you were just swinging randomly. I was calling back my old Taekwondo training, because I actually did Taekwondo. Fun fact. And so I was actually going in a proper stance, and I was going like boom, boom, boom. Like I was in a proper
mate, we've all got things
Taekwondo
going
fight.
on. All
That's
right.
no, I shouldn't have done that. Trying to fight like a normal person.
Dick and
No.
headshots. You just. I'm trying to demonstrate it, and I'm realizing this is an audio format. There's no way to
We got used to video because we were filming all weekend.
heaps of videos. So there's gonna be should be a video out this Wednesday, next Wednesday, and it's gonna be like a cosplay compilation thing, eventually near the end of the year.
Near
So
the end
look
of the
forward
year.
to that.
Okay.
Yeah. Once I finish this other video I'm working on.
Yeah. Just set the expectations low. It'll be out at some point.
Yes.
So yeah, and then the second time we played it, we actually played the PlayStation VR.
Yeah, it was our first chance to get a chance at PlayStation VR. We were worried we weren't going to get a go at it because there were big lines, but we found a place upstairs which had a setup
Where we accidentally
we
cut in line.
managed to sneak into a line and have a go at it. We played a little bit of Eve Valkyrie,
With space shooting things. Yes, please.
which was super fun
Yeah.
and looked real good. I think when I got the headset on, it was a little blurry because I think there was some sweat from you or the previous guy, whatever. So I would have liked to have gotten in there and cleaned it up a bit, but it still looked pretty good. And like the movement around your head is still amazing.
Yeah, it was definitely amazing like that. But I feel like at first, when it was first initializing, I got a little woozy for a second. I'm like, it just took me a second to just adjust to it,
Yeah.
And it's also one thing I'm going to say that I like, because I think the first one we played, the boxing one, was that a Vive or an Oculus?
That would have been the HTC Vive, I think.
Yeah, so we played the Vive, and the Vive and the Oculus, they're pretty damn similar in most aspects.
Yeah.
Now, the PlayStation one, what I'm going to say it does better, I feel like the virtual reality on both of them, pretty much the same, but what the PSVR did better is the headset was a lot more comfortable. It was
a very
easily
comfortable headset.
adjustable, and it just sat on your head and your face real nicely.
It doesn't feel heavy at all.
Yeah, it doesn't feel heavy.
Like, I think that's one of the great things about like VR, which is it's hard to tell if that's going to be like an experience that lasts like a couple of hours. Like, that's still the thing. Like, I'm on the fence a little bit about VR. Like, I'm not going to be one of the early adopters because fuck spending that much money. But we've only experienced these things in like kind of 5 to 10 minute short bursts.
Yeah.
And those have been fun, but I'm not sure how it's going to be like playing for like a couple of hours in like a Fallout or a Skyrim or something of that ilk.
Give you a headache, I think.
I think it might be.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't think VR is going to be what we want it to be until it literally has what they have in Sword Art Online, where they can just project the game world into your fucking mind and we'll no longer be limited by our physical limitations as humans. We can do flips and shit. And we can level up. And
although that being said, after seeing that episode of Black Mirror, I'm not entirely keen for that.
Oh, no.
So much anymore.
No, fuck off. Oh, you had to remind me of that. No more VR. Ever. No.
All right, we'll get more into that in recommendations. But what else did we do at PAX? We saw a lot of cool cosplayers. Oh, we bumped into infamous Harley Quinn.
Which you all
you
may
might have
know as the cosplayer who cosplays Harley Quinn, who went real viral.
Super famous. She's only like 21, apparently.
Yeah,
like
same age as us. But yeah, she went
we-
super viral because she legit looks just like Margot Robbie.
She does. Like, you see her in person, you're like, oh shit, that's Margot Robbie over there.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of spooky.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. It could have been Margot Robbie. I would have been none the wiser.
Yeah. We also saw one of the most amazing Batman cosplayers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
We've got some footage of that, so that'll
Yeah.
be in the cosplay.
Yeah, he has his own
compilation
Facebook
thing.
page. He's the Melbourne City Batman, and he does a lot of
Mm.
things. He does birthday parties. He does charity events. He does a lot of things. So he
Mm.
doesn't just go to conventions. He's actually like, I think he hires out his talents.
I also bumped into my old friend Snephosaurus, or Steph, as what his real name is, but you might know her as Snephosaurus. She's on
Oh yeah,
Instagram and Facebook. We bumped into her for a little bit. Had a good chat with her on Monday. Bumped into her in the city again. She just did a shoot with Steam Kitten, who apparently is like this big cosplay photographer guy. So that was good on her. She had a Witch Mercy costume from Overwatch, which turned out pretty good. There was a lot of Overwatch cosplay.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a video
Lot of
game
it.
convention, so other than
Yeah.
all the Harleys we saw, people, the cosplayers who decided to go on theme, they were pretty much Overwatch or League of Legends.
There was a few League of Legends. It was mostly Overwatch.
I feel
that's
like
become,
last year
the
there was
popular
more
thing
League
right
of
now.
Legends, because this year Overwatch is the new big thing. So, it's the first time everyone's getting to do it, which is why it was so big.
Yeah.
So it was lots. There was at least 3 of it's Hanoon. That guy, I don't know his name, but
I've forgotten it right now.
Yeah.
I had it in my brain and that's just
we
disappeared.
met at least 3 high noons.
There was a real good Deadpool cosplayer that we bumped into.
Oh yeah, he was real good, real nice as well. He was really
Real nice guy.
He was channeling
A
the
lot-
Ryan Reynolds.
Almost every cosplayer we bumped into, had a chat with or did a video shoot with, super nice. Everyone was so accommodating and was like, oh yeah, of course, and being super chill and
Yeah, and sometimes you do feel bad when you're walking around with a camera and just constantly grabbing cosplayers. Hey, can we film you? Hey, can we film you? Hey, can we film you?
Yeah.
You feel bad sometimes because you know how often they're getting it.
yeah,
But
and they're just trying to get into the convention to have a look around at things. But at the same time,
Yeah.
it's look, you kind of knew this was gonna happen.
Well,
so-
at the same time, we were trying to be nice about it.
Yeah.
If they were sitting down, relaxing, we obviously weren't going to grab them. If they were having a conversation or otherwise busy, we weren't going to grab them. So
yeah, and we tried to get in and out as quick as possible. We
yeah,
didn't want to
even
hold
when
up
we
people too
actually
much.
did a few interviews with some of them, we didn't hold them for long. I think
No,
about a
we-
minute and a half each interview we did.
Yeah, less than 5 minutes. We wanted to just get in and out. I was like, hey, we don't want to take up too much of your time. Just want to have a quick chat. So
Yeah.
I feel like we did okay.
And we pretty much asked the same question to all of them, oh, what are you cosplaying as? How'd you make it? That
Mm.
kind of stuff. You enjoy in PAX?
Yeah. So we kept it light and easy.
Yeah. Well, we didn't want to hit them with too many hard questions. What do you think about this upcoming presidential election?
Are you as scared of a Trump presidency as we are now in the present, where it's a reality?
Reality. Not until January.
sorry,
it's not.
Yeah, that's true. We've
still have
got until
Obama
January.
ban.
Gotta appreciate that man while we can. God damn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We said we wouldn't talk about politics.
Yeah,
after
we're
our little-
done.
little
Yeah, we're done.
rant, but
We're done.
We're done. There was a Captain America cosplay that I missed, but we did see a Winter Soldier, and there were the Sailor Tyrannosaurus
Yes, the
Rexes.
Sailor the Moon Tyrannosaurus Rexes. They were fucking hilarious.
They were pretty funny.
The Iron Man we saw.
Oh yeah, he had a flip down mask, light up and everything. It was like the Iron Man suit from Civil War. Super cool.
Nice. Yeah, it was so good. And funny little story though. On Saturday, my mum showed up in Melbourne. We went out for lunch at Crown next door. And Mum was like, I saw a Batman, and he looked so good. So literally, Mum came in with us, just up the side, not going in because she didn't have a pass. Because she literally just wanted to
so she
find
could see the Batman.
No,
Yeah.
she wanted to find the Batman and get a picture with him.
I can't blame her. It was a super cool cosplay.
And because I was with my mum, so I was just letting you run off ahead and do your filming stuff because I wasn't going to make Mum walk fast.
yeah.
You missed Batman singing. He grabbed the ukulele of it wasn't a ukulele, but what's
A lute.
a lute? Yeah, the lute from a
Yeah.
nearby bard, and he played a song called "Darkness and No Parents."
Yeah, I think it's from the Lego movie.
yeah, yeah,
How's that for a sentence? Oh yeah, and then Batman grabbed the lute from a nearby bard. What the fuck is this?
I was like when we were in
Only at PAX. Mm.
It's like in the Dragon Friends freaking panel where they
Man,
were playing.
that was-
comedians playing Dungeons and Dragons. I think it was one of the other guys from Tripod. He goes, "Did you just kill my magician? Did you just kill my wizard as dolphins ate out my asshole?" It's like, I never thought I'd say that sentence.
That's the great thing about Dungeons and Dragons with comedians is shit just goes off the rails. That was a really good podcast. I've actually subscribed to them now on iTunes and started listening to it. It's super fun.
Yeah.
I only went there because Mark Bonanno was going to be there. So I'm like, oh, cool. Auntie Donna and Tripod in the same room doing some Dungeons and Dragons. How fun. But the podcast is actually pretty good, and they get some pretty cool guests. A lot of Melbourne comedians and stuff. So
nice.
top notch.
So I feel like the only Dungeons and Dragons thing I've ever really watched too much of is the SourceFed Dungeons and Dragons when Maud was moderating it. I've tried the new one without her. Yeah.
Not as good.
Not as good. She was a great moderator.
She was a good moderator. She was moderating at the Fighter Fandoms. That was great.
And it was a fun little
so many
tip.
puns.
It was a fun little tip of the hat to anyone who'd watched the SourceFed D&D. I think my favorite memory from the SourceFed D&D to this day is still Trisha and Matt just let's tie this guy into the inside of his ship and cut out his tongue and set it on fire and send it into the ocean as a message.
Jesus.
Yeah.
People get dark in
Yeah.
D&D.
You really find out who your
they
friends
are.
really are by what they do. I feel like
This is what you do in a crazy scenario. All right.
I feel like we need to start playing D&D. I feel like not the full version of it, but
you have to have a good group. I've only played it twice, and it was fun because I didn't have to come up with a character, because that's the part I don't really enjoy. Is I don't want to I don't give a fuck about who my character is. Just give me a character sheet, and then I want to have an improv comedy thing. I want to just make up some bullshit.
Like if you and me can find 2 or 3 other people, maybe one person who's real familiar with the game to be the dungeon master. 2 or 3 other people who will just really want to have fun with it, not be a stickler for the rules, and just want to have fun with it and make some jokes and shit. I feel like we could have a lot of fun playing it.
Yeah, if you're looking for some good listening, something that's D&D related, definitely the Sans Pants Radio guys have a really good D&D multiple campaigns that are pretty funny. They also have one where it's what it'll be like to live in the kind of the D&D world, where it's they start a town, and that's a really just they go off the rails and do some crazy shit.
Have you ever listened to Critical Role?
I haven't listened to that. No. Who's in that?
There's a bunch of voice actors.
Oh,
there are a bunch of voice actors from video games, and they literally all do it in their voices.
Nice. Okay, I could get behind that.
Yeah, it is phenomenal to listen to them doing the voices, but at the same time,
yeah,
they really, really play by the rules. We'll play proper D&D. Not a good thing. It's because it gets real slow and boring at parts because of how by the rules they're going. So I feel if you're doing it for a podcast like they are, you have to be, you have to play a lighter version of it that moves faster and is easier for the audience. That's just my opinion, though.
Dan Harmon, he did a series for CISO where he got a bunch of comedians on it, and it's not technically D&D, but it's their own kind of quest and stuff, and it's all animated, so that they'll have the panel and you'll see the people, but at the same time it's also animated, so you can see the world of what they're talking about and what's going on, and that's real good. That's my ideal of just a half hour, get in, there's some animation, bunch of comedians, and some improv bullshit going on. That's my ooh, yes, that's what I'm after.
Nice. Some good laughs.
So it's the next level
and dragons.
Yeah,
and
next level up from a source-fed D&D animated. It's that's what Harmon Quest is.
Oh,
yeah,
nice. Anyway, yeah, well that was a real fun panel we went to. I had to duck out early because I had to do a favor for a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And oh yeah, speaking of which, I bought a Star Wars mystery box.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the dumb, like, what was our crazy purchase for the weekend?
Yeah.
Because if you're at a video game convention,
You have,
you have a little bit of cash to throw around. You're like, I got to make at least one dumb purchase.
I feel
So
like your
what was
dumb purchase was better.
All right, you talk about yours, and I'll mention mine.
Well, I got a Star Wars mystery box. It was $70. I feel like it was worth the money. It
Yeah.
was. I think my favorite one I got in it was the Millennium Falcon ice tray.
That's pretty
And
good.
It's real big. It's real big, and I've already made some ice from it, and I've taken it out, and I just sat it there. I was like, I'm looking at this big, huge chunk of ice. I'm like, I have no fucking clue what I'm going to do with you, but I'm glad I have you. And I have a BB-8 money box. I have.
Oh yeah, that was pretty neat. I'm
Yeah.
pretty jealous of that.
Yeah, it was real cool. And like proper ceramic, not plastic. Little Ewok plushie.
Nice, nice.
A Yoda necklace.
Mm. Let's talk about the big
Wait,
thing.
no. I feel like there was one other thing that I'm missing. What am I missing? Before that one that I know.
I'm not sure what the other one was.
Oh yeah, my C3PO chrome glass.
Oh yeah, the Z3PO, the cup. That was pretty neat.
It's fucking. I love it. Every drink I've had for the last 3 days has been out of that. I watched it. Don't worry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
And you also got a Darth Vader lightsaber selfie stick.
I love it. I hate that. I love it.
We were so conflicted when we saw it. Like, it's a lightsaber, but it's a selfie stick, but it's a lightsaber.
Oh,
This is awful.
I love it.
But is it?
I hate that I love it.
It is like taking pictures with it is kind of like, I can get behind. This is kind of fun. Like, at the same time as I do kind of look like a dickhead, but at the same time, it's a lightsaber. Fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
it's conflicting.
That was real cool. It was $70.
Yeah.
I feel like I got my money's worth. Because I feel like at least the money box and the chrome glass at least is worth probably about $20 each. As well as the selfie
about
stick,
that.
it was probably worth about $20. So I almost got my money's worth just with those 3 items. So yeah.
So
Anyway, what extravagant thing did you buy, Aiden?
So I was looking around trying to find, like, I've got to buy like one kind of big dumb thing, and the big dumb thing that I found was I bought Mjolnir.
Yes.
It's got a bit of weight to it. It's like a foam.
Oh
Mjolnir.
yeah, it has a surprising bit of weight to it because you thought it would just be all like plasticky and whatever all throughout, but no, they've added some weight to it.
It's not the most screen accurate looking thing. It's missing the pommel at the end, and I might just make up like an aluminium foil one and stick that on just for shits and giggles. But it was the weight that attracted me to it. So like I can hit someone with it and it kind of hurts. So
yeah. If you had some force behind it, it would do a bit of damage.
And just kind of holding it and swinging it around, it feels good.
Yeah. I was real close.
I'm pretty happy with my purchase.
Yeah, I was real close to buying a Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts, but I decided no because I feel like if and when I do buy weapons, I want to buy ones that are like actual like proper weapons made by blacksmiths. You know, like
That's
the swords
fair. That's
Jesse
fair.
has.
He does. That guy has a pretty good little nerd armory.
Yeah, you got some lightsabers and real swords and stuff. You know, I don't want to go for this foam plasticky shit. I want the real metal stuff.
I'm happy enough with mine. I don't need like a full metal Mjolnir because that'd be ridiculously heavy.
Oh
But,
yeah,
like,
no, not a full metal Mjolnir. Actually, have you ever watched Man at Arms on YouTube channel?
I have, yes.
They made a Mjolnir and they actually made it really light because what they did, they actually didn't fill in the inside of the hammer. So it was just kind of metal, just bended around and put on a stick. So it's actually real light.
Oh, nice.
But at the same
Nice.
time, it wouldn't really hammer anything.
No, I feel like maybe if you like put like wood in the center and then put metal over that wood.
Oh yeah.
You could like fill it out a bit.
But yeah, I know you've watched it, but anyone who's listening, if you haven't watched it, watch Man of Arms. He's like black. No, it's not him. There's like a couple of them actually. They're blacksmiths, and they literally just make replicas of swords and stuff in the movies. And they actually work for Hollywood. Whenever people in Hollywood need like a sword or any sort of weapon done for a movie, they actually make the prop for them.
All right, yeah, that's all right. So I think that's a good note to end on. We bought some dumb shit and we had a good time.
Yeah, pretty much.
At PAX. You want to get into some quick recommendations?
Yeah, let's
just
do
for this
that.
week? Yeah. So I've watched the first 2 episodes of this new season of Black Mirror. The first one is spooky as fuck. Like the first half hour is like my idea of like what a nightmare of a world would be.
I haven't watched that one, I don't think.
But we did watch the second episode together after PAX, and that was a great episode to end PAX on because it was all kind of about video games and stuff. And whoo, that's spooky.
It was some intense, fucking mind-bending shit, really. Because you never knew when it was done fucking with you.
No, you did not. I've only just watched the 2 episodes of the new season, but this new season of Black Mirror it looks amazing. The cinematography is amazing. The acting is amazing. This is such a good addition. Like there were some like good ideas on like previous seasons and previous episodes, but like I feel like the production quality and just like the amount of effort that's being put into these new episodes is like above and beyond.
Yeah,
what the old episodes.
So
were.
I feel like I've watched episode 2 and episode 4 of the new season because what I've been doing with Black Mirror, because it unfolds, it doesn't matter what order you watch it in. Yeah. I just scroll through the episode. I'm like, I feel like watching that episode today. And I think it was season 4 of episode 3 I watched yesterday. Real happy.
Mm.
It was a weird feeling. Like it was a real happy ending.
Huh.
So,
I might check that out.
Yeah, it was 2 lovers. That's what it's about.
Okay. Well,
that's pretty much what's in the
up.
description, so I'm not spoiling it. But
yeah, all right. I'll put it on the list. I'm gonna get through season 3 because I'm enjoying it so far, and it's all been like really good. And there's a few podcasts I want to listen to that talk about it, and I don't want to get spoilers. So
yeah, well, everyone's been saying how good it is. So yeah, real good. I've only just started watching the series in general, so I still got half of season 2 that I haven't watched.
There's some good episodes in there. Like there's one that's about this like cartoon character who runs for the Prime Minister of Britain and somehow gets pretty like it's like a Trump kind of story. So you might want to check that one out.
Relevance. Okay.
Yeah.
Relevance.
All right. And on that note, were you at PAX? Let us know, or do you have any questions about how do you feel about the Trump presidency? Anything really. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/PCMR podcast. We're also on Twitter at PCMR podcast. We're also on Instagram at PCMR podcast. We have our own personal Twitter accounts. I'm at Aiden's Vlog, AIDANSVLOG.
I am at MeMan125. I'm gonna ASMR our audience again.
Please.
Let's put the gain out really high so I can actually whisper. Yeah, here we go. Am I ASMRing you right now, Aiden?
All right, I'm gonna take out my headphones. I'm not listening to Brett anymore.
Why do you not like it when I ASMR?
Please stop. Please stop this right now.
Does it annoy you?
Yes, I've literally taken my phone out of my headphones. You can email us at pcmrpodcast@gmail.com. You can also find us if you want to listen to us, because you're listening to us right now. It's like, where else can I listen to you? You can listen to us on YouTube. That's where we post our the podcast. We also post videos on there. So go to PCMR Podcast on YouTube, subscribe to that. Also go to iTunes, subscribe to us there. Give us 5 stars. Rate us. Leave a review. That really helps us out. If you're looking for one-stop place to find all of our stuff, go to pcmrpodcast.net. That's a really good place to go. I think that's all of the places you can find us.
Yes, it is.
All right, I'm going to take you out again. You're ASMRing. I put you in good faith, and you betrayed me.
It's fun because you really hate it, and I don't know why.
All right, well, that's it from the PCMR podcast. We'll see you next week where we'll be talking about something. I don't know, probably news. There's a bunch of news that came out that we haven't talked about, so we'll talk about that.
Yes, we
will. All right, see ya.
Bye.